I actually think that music is just perfect for us.
Yeah, I was like, oh, so nice. Hi,
Hello,
Gerald.
everyone. Hello, JJ. And welcome to Light Language. This is number 14.
Mm.
The amazing JJ, Tuta Speaks, is here. I love, I like how I'm subtle. tutaspeaks.com.
Yes.
um, I am tarotstache. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Karen, Starseed Awakening 1111, is not able to be here with us tonight. And I've got all of the other stuff that I say, like, for entertainment purposes only. Please do not make decisions based upon what we say. Seek professional assistance.
Really.
Really.
We are not professionals.
We are professionals, but not for anything like legal and all that crap. I mean,
No.
I'm a professional tarot stash is
You
who
are
I
a professional Tuta Speaks.
There you go. Please like, share, and subscribe. It's free. Please show your support. All of the channel links are below. And so before we say hi to the best chatters,
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
the best chatters are always here.
Yes.
And I know the best chatters also are watching the playback, and that's cool. Thank you. So JJ, what's going on with you?
Oh my goodness. Today, first of all, it's beautiful. Second of all, like spirits just kind of been nudging me around today. So I'm really excited to bring some questions to our teams, to the
Mhm.
people in the community, and the people on the replay. If you have some input, please share that when you get a chance, because these are questions for everyone.
Yes. Yes. And okay, so Annie Bear, did you get your garden pots going, JJ?
Nope, today was just a scouting mission. So I scouted out. I know that blueberries need 6 hours of sun. I did a little research because I'm like, I don't want to.
Oh, very
I'm pretty
nice.
good at murdering living things.
Making them unalive.
Yes, I unalive them. So I just wanted to
Uh,
make sure because I'm excited for the blueberries and I want to do it right. And
yeah.
so, yeah, I
Eliza Bassett.
am.
Yeah, your gorgeous
Yep,
owl
my
shawl.
owl.
Very
Yeah.
nice. Very nice. Well, let's go ahead and say hi to some of the best chatters.
Mm-hmm.
Tarot Stash is here. Have you heard about this Tarot Stash guy?
Oh my,
This
what a good looking
character?
guy.
I
Whoa.
there's something weird about his eyes though.
Oh.
But that mustache is on point. Speaking of weird eyes, not a mustache. You thought that I was going to say that. JJ Tuta Speaks is here. Hello. And Annie Bear is here, just watching your video from earlier.
Yeah, that was fun and unexpected.
Hmm. Mary Hernandez Walker, Teresa Levine, good to see you.
Oh,
Hello. Richie's Reach is here. Hello, Richie.
hi, Richie.
Speaking of riches, we have Wayne Rich here. Good to
We
see
are we are rich with the riches.
you.
Where's
Yes,
where's
Queen.
Suzanne?
That's true. Um, Millie de la Prida is here. Hello. Lori Huntsinger, good to see you. Dextrose, hello. Delphi Ross, good to see you. Eliza Bassett. You know what? And I know I don't have to go through this, but I want to because it makes me happy.
Sames.
Patty Lynn is here.
Yeah,
Good to see you,
here.
Patty.
Hi,
Uh,
Patty.
Earth Star One. Well, hello.
Hi.
I think this is the first time I've seen you in the chat. Thank you for being here. And Emilda is here and will be subscribing to Tuta in a bit.
Ooh, thank you.
Very, very smart. I knew you were intelligent because, and you proved it. So, Rossi is here. Hello. Beck is here. Hello.
Hello.
And looking in my chakras, have more colors today.
Mm.
That's good. And the moon has barely moved today.
That's so strange when that happens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's so weird. Like you look up, it's there. You look up, it's there. An hour later, 2 hours later, 3 hours later, it's still there.
Well, there's a lot of balancing going on. So Paisley, hi. And Wayne, Suzanne. Oh, and Eliza Bassett said my left palm is itching.
Interesting.
And Suzanne is here.
Hi, Suzanne.
KK is here. Good to see you.
Mm-hmm.
Make you happy, Gerald. Yeah, because you don't want to you don't want to see sad Gerald. You don't want to see angry Gerald. Because because one of the and tell me to stop. One of the things is if Gerald gets angry and he gets quiet, step away, back away from the room quietly, and make no sudden noises.
Kind of like that's not what you do with a bear. You do that with what? Is it like a mountain lion or something, and have a rock in your hand just in case?
Well, and is it with a bear you get really big and you
You
make lots
have
of
to,
noise?
yes, in my experience, you have to act crazy, and then the bear will turn around. Like, I don't need to waste my time with that.
Yeah, no. And by the way, this is for entertainment purposes only. Do not go chasing bears, mountain lions, or Angry Gerald. And by
Yes.
the way, Angry Gerald does not exist very often.
Mm.
Annie Bear's crown chakra is hot, and got new rocks. And circle of inactivity in the video feed.
Oh,
I don't know what that means.
circle in the video feed.
I know you're still talking, Gerald. Oh, maybe you have to refresh.
Oh, it's like we're rebooting.
Sort of the topic that we've got.
Yeah, it
So,
is. Can everybody else see us okay?
yeah. I don't know, Annie. I don't know. It's
We
okay.
don't know.
But
Oh, I see.
oh, I see. That's good. So, one of the things that I wanted to talk about is we had homework from
Mhm.
the last time, and the homework was repeat your 3 superpowers at least once a day. How has it gone? For those of you
Well,
in chat.
apparently my superpower is forget. I'm really good at forgetting my homework. I'm really good at forgetting my homework. I'm really good at forgetting my homework.
That can be a superpower.
Yeah,
Yes.
Annie
Yes.
did too.
Annie
Yeah.
forgot, and I'm not putting anybody's names up. So, and Emilda, was absent, and that's okay. So,
The owl ate my homework.
I'll leave my homework. So the whole idea of this is that superpower is Millie said some, um, and Annie Bear got superpowers somewhere.
Yeah.
Yes, all of us have superpowers.
Yeah.
Part of the idea is, oh, Beck said, "Yep, me 3." So part of it is recognizing the powers that we have and elevating
Mhm.
them to superpowers, and then doing that thing where we're drawing attention to them and we're appreciating them. So, um,
Wow. When you said that, Gerald, I could see somebody drawing with their finger in the dirt a circle,
oh,
which brings me to the dirt. I want to give you guys the dirt.
yes, yeah.
Oh,
Um,
what are yours, Gerald? What were the ones you said?
I have the superpower of asking thoughtful questions.
Mhm.
I'm really
Yep.
good at doing that with other people, not always with myself, but
Mm.
erase that. I'm very good at asking thoughtful questions. I'm very good at one of my superpowers is my ability to create laughter and to
Yes.
lighten and to shift a mood.
Mhm.
My third superpower that I was paying attention to is when I take a nap, I do it exceptionally well.
That is good stuff.
And seriously, when I take a nap, it's because I need to sort things out. It's just because if there's so much information, I get out of my way that way. So,
Hmm.
but
The owl
um,
carried it
I'll
away.
carry it away.
Yes.
Emilda used to eat dirt as a child.
Ah, I have a picture of me just like covered in mud. Like I had like these little piggy tails just covered in mud head to toe. I had the biggest smile on my face.
Yeah. Eliza, is your moon in a fire sign? Is that for me or JJ?
I don't know where my moons lie. I'm not sure.
Well, right now it's not moving and it's in the
It's
sky.
not my moon's not moving. It's like
Yeah. Oh, look. There's the moon. I have the moon right there.
you do have the moon.
I have the moon. So, um, but it depends upon which version. If you're looking at Western astrology, it's in Cancer, and in the true sky or what's above, actually above true sidereal, it is Gemini, and I don't know if Gemini is a fire sign.
Hmm.
Yeah, naps are the bomb. You're right, Carol. Okay, so um, do you want to set this up somehow? You want to share anything
Do you
before I put the banner up?
what was the question? What was the thing you were going to bring up? I know it was homework, but it was one other thing.
Oh, one thing that I was on a live last Monday with Tanis during a Twillo Talk Live and Jen, and Tanis was looking at the Schumann resonance and the different flares, and Jen was talking about the transits um, in the human design world. And one of the things that I had a flash of during the conversation was, I think there's new energy around that we do not yet have a way to measure it, is what I think. So that's
Mm.
what I think. And both Tanis and Jen said they agree. Sometimes it takes a while for the physical world to catch up to that, to the energetic
Mm.
world. So,
Mm-hmm.
but
I'm
yeah.
gonna let me see what Tuta has to say about that. Energy that Tutamo Kuyawa, the measurement Kuyama. They're bringing up the mud puddles. Um, how we jump from mud puddle to mud puddle, and they're like it's hard to do measurements because it's like, when a little kid jumps in a mud puddle with their rain boots on, it's like um, there's a splash, and it's like
Uh-huh.
it's hard. It's difficult to measure something like a splash, um, and the splash isn't always the same because it's like depending on like the size of the rain boot and the size of the person, the depth of the mud puddle. It's like it's like which one do you look at? Um, so they're like, yes, there are different mud puddles that we discover.
Mhm.
And it's like they're also like it's not like a definite measurement because they're like boom, 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 boom.
Mhm.
So they're showing me like all of these measurement tools, and they're like, nope, that's not going to work. Nope, that's not going to work. So possibly like the tool of measurement isn't currently here at this time. But when you step in it, ooh, do you step in it? That's
Mhm.
what they say. Yeah.
Yeah, and thinking about the tool of measurements, I'm looking at my symbols, my light language symbols in the records, and it already exists there. I can
Mm.
feel it. I cannot focus on it. It hasn't. It hasn't materialized for my vision as I'm looking at the records and the symbols. So
I like how you said vision, because they were showing me what it was, but it was like vibrating like this. And so I couldn't focus on it. It was like you can't catch it yet. It's like
yes,
you have to be at the right speed or whatnot.
yes. Well, and it's interesting that you described that, JJ, is because for me it very much is. Um, all of my symbols vibrate.
Oh, okay.
So I mean and I know I can see it. I know I can see it. No, wait a minute, that's backwards. I know when I have lined up to it because I can see the symbols. If I can't see them clearly, I need to make some adjustments to accessing those symbols. So it's one of those things that so the vibration level has to be different on multiple levels. So and okay, too many variables. Yep. Annie Bear asked ripples.
Oh, I got a yes, I.
Okay, to the ripples or too many variables.
Ripples.
Okay. Annie said, could that be the energy I saw?
Oh, Rossi, yeah.
Rossi,
Ooh,
sorry.
ooh, you're onto something, Rossi. I'm
Mm-hmm.
sorry. I was like, you're almost there with that. Yeah.
Yeah. Annie said new Claire's.
I do love Claire's.
I love me an egg Claire too, but
Okay, what's the difference between an eclair and like the oh, what are the other things called? Is it like a Boston cream something or other? Is there a difference between an eclair? Do you guys know what I'm talking about out there?
yes.
What's the difference?
I think one is smaller than the other.
Oh,
So,
size. Yeah.
Annie, this is a good question, and Claire's may not be the. I think the Claire is too limiting for this. We've already created boxes around all of the Claires, so this is something that's going to burst out of those, and the cream is different. Okay.
Okay.
So now we've talked about Miss Charlotte said, "Believe it, and you will see it." So yeah, and
Miss
thank you,
Charlotte.
Sharon.
Miss Charlotte has a cool picture. Do you see the dog's eyes?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, Paisley.
relative to our individual energetic field. And
Yes.
and by the way, Millie brings it to full circle. Our superpowers. Yes. Hoo-ha. Yeah. So, okay. So
Sharon is here. Hi, Sharon.
hi, Sharon. So, okay. So, JJ was bringing up emerging language. Say more about that for us.
Say more. Okay, so it went very quickly. It went from like the meeting of like Annie and Richie. We had this thing, and then we recorded it, and we decided to share this private conversation with others about things we were coming up with. It's like jam packed with everything. We think we were ending, and then it sounds like we're ending, and people were saying goodbye in the chat. We're like, no, it's not. It's not over yet.
Yeah,
But
we still got more.
yeah, but there was this new language coming. And and then like lo and behold, like the next day or the same day, Terry gets a language. And if anybody hasn't heard Terry's language, you're really in for a treat with that, because it is I would say out of this world, but it's not out of this world. It's
And that's
within this.
Terry at holding your space.
Yeah. So everything went very quickly, and then there's just been so many coincidences with people that I've been talking to, And it's like the same thing. Like even today, somebody when I came on live earlier, they're like, I can hear and feel rumbles in the earth, but it's not like nobody else can hear it, that type of thing.
Mm.
Um, and so there's this rumbling, and a little bit I can share about this session that Terry and I had before the live, where she spoke her language. Was um, It was about the rocks. The rocks used to be, and I'm really curious to see what your the Akashic Records has to say about this. Is the excuse me, I just drank soda.
You need to release things.
Yes. It's cherry ginger ale. It's really good. If anybody wants to try the cherry ginger ale. Um, but my people and Terry's people, we were all coming up with the rock people. Like the rocks used to be alive. The rocks would move. They weren't as sedentary, or whatever the word is, as they are now.
Hmm.
Once upon a time, they were something that would move, and they were a part of like the community in a way. I'm just wondering if the Akashic Records has anything to say about that.
So looking at it in a large perspective, not anybody individually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Annie Bear said they watch, the rocks watch, and um, so what I'm getting. That's okay. That's interesting. Hold on. Um, there is a okay. Oh, this is a new conversation with that I'm having with these symbols, because the resonance of the rocks is much closer to the resonance of the baseline energy on the planet Earth. So there's not as much of a gap, if that makes sense. So um um are you getting some of this?
Well,
Are you
Tuta is. Yeah,
okay?
no, Tuta is, because they're
Okay.
totally agreeing with you, and you're like, you understand, right? And I'm like, Tuta does.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
and so the other thing is it feels very much like, if there is, like crystals and rocks and things like that, they're
Mm-hmm.
what I've heard them described as one dimensional, things like that, not discounting any of that, because we need all of those dimensions. And it
Mm-hmm.
feels like right now, this level, this baseline level, this is what I'm getting stacking. It needs to be reset, it needs to be reconnected,
Mm-hmm.
because so many people are going up here, or they're
Yeah.
energetically, it's different, and so this needs to be um rinsed off.
Hmm. Mm-hmm.
It needs a good release, and I actually see the rocks stretching. It's sort of like, it's like they're getting up from their sleep. It's like
The
they have been in
slumber.
slumber.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
yep,
Yep. Yep.
yep. So there's a slumber. They've been hibernating, and energetically, where we are is waking them up.
Beautiful.
So does Tuta have anything to add to that?
That is what they have been showing me, is that that they are um, they're very slow. There's nothing speedy about the rocks, and rightfully so. Um, they can be fast, like in their own way, but they have there has been the slumber. Nanu, 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 Kema papa nui, ta mau kanui, tamaku, tamaku, Yanu tama patyanyo kyoshewa. And I feel as if, like for instance, who was it today with the rocks guys? Was it Rossi? Rossi, was it you? I think it was, or was it Hypnicity? Hypnicity was the one with they kept hearing the rumbles in the
Mm.
ear and in the heart space, I believe. I have a hard time remembering things when it comes to spirit
Well, of
stuff.
course, yes,
Well, in anything.
yeah, yes.
um, However, it's the same thing where like Earth is talking, like the rocks are talking, and I'm curious if anybody else out there has been kind of feeling this energy in the earth with this rising, uh,
Hmm.
because when Terry is speaking her language, um, and also what they showed me with hypnicity is that there's this loosening of things that like the vibration of the language or the vibration of what the rocks are helping us with is to like really rumble us, like really loosen some things up so there can be like more movement and not just so solid in a way.
Yeah.
um it's really interesting that it's like during within a week there's been like, I think there's been about like three incidences in 1 week, so I'm really curious to see
Uh,
how this plays out
yeah.
in the next month.
And I think and it was Hypnocity, and
Mm-hmm.
Annie Bear is putting rocks everywhere. So
Mm-hmm.
that's great. Um, and Leah said, "Hello, shadow will not be ignored." What uh like how a bird plucks heart feathers for their brood. Mm.
Mm.
Well, okay, and Paisley said, "I always thought they were like the drummer in a band. They
They
keep the
keep the
beat."
beat.
Yep.
Oh no, is it the Go-Go's?
Yes. Yes. Well, and I would say yes, the drummer or the bass player.
Hmm.
And I would say to that is you were they're creating this little bit of space, and what I'm seeing now is when things are so close up, and I have this when my symbols are really close, I cannot read them. I can't they're too close, they're too stacked.
Hmm.
So I need them to separate a little bit
Mm-hmm.
so that the energy between the symbols can activate.
Wow.
So I think what Tuta may be referring to is as there's space,
Yeah.
then the space between the hands, then that energy can move through.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a difference between when you're holding hands with someone, that's a different type of energy. However, if you separate your hands a little bit and you have
A little bit.
space,
Mm-hmm.
you can feel it and then you can push it.
Yeah. Mm.
And that could be definitely part of it. So
Yeah,
um
I really love the idea of that, Gerald, of the space, because that's what the rumble is doing. It's like all the little pebbles find another place to dwell, and then there's that space where like this ancient wind can come through with its messages in a way.
well, and yes, and to also clear out the stuff that is interfering with it,
Mm-hmm.
because when we emerge from the mud pile, mud baths or things like that, I've never done that, but there you rinse off, and therefore all of the things that have been, was it leached out or pulled,
Mhm.
seeped out,
Absorbed. Yeah.
absorbed, then gets to go down the drain and gets reabsorbed and is different. So,
Mm.
um, Miss Charlotte, so which way is it? Yeah, the earth that is changing and bringing up our energy with it, or is it our energy helping the earth energy
That's a
rise?
great question.
Mhm.
Great question.
And what do you think?
Hmm. Um, they're showing me that it's a dance because I can see like like the barefoot dancer. And I can see that he has like an anklet on, and it's like I can see him when he's like jumping. He's like when he lands on the earth, there's like the vibration, but like when he comes up from the earth, there's something about this beautiful dance. So it's kind of like both. So it's both happening. It's like our energy is rising, and the earth is changing and bringing up our energy. It's like they're like you can't have one without the other.
Uh-huh. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they are interconnected, and it depends upon the direction from which we're viewing the action. And that is like many things.
Yeah.
That's many things. So, Lori Huntsinger said, I'm curious if the movement of the rocks are happening due to the last 3 blue light surges on the Hopi Mesa.
Mesa. I'm curious, Lori. Of course, I'm going to forget how to say this, but there's the blue and then there's the red in the Hopi. And it's the Hopi prophecies, isn't it? Where the what are those little figures called? They're like made out of clay, the Hopi figures. All they're putting in my head is Kundalini, but so the story is there's the red one. Once the red one shows up, it's like the red and the blue battle. And I'm not talking about politics. Sounds like, yeah, Kachina. Thank you, Rossi. Yeah, the Kachinas. One's blue and one is red. So I'm really curious, Lori, what's your feeling on that blue light? Does that have to do something with the blue Kachina? Yeah, I got a yes. And I usually know the story quite well, except for right now, with the Kachinas.
Okay. And by the way, Millie has popped in with the expanding consciousness. So, and Leah said the flash of Betelgeuse star dies, we will see a new light in our skies.
Okay.
And Kimberly is here. Hi, Kimberly. Night night. So,
do you get any hits on the blue Kachina?
I don't. So say the question again.
Okay, hold on. I want to look it up really quick. Let me Google it.
Annie Bear said, I only know we are in the 5th world. And Lori said the blue light surges came from the galactic realms. More blue light beings are here with us now. The blue light has made it to the surface now.
Okay. Yeah, the blue star Kachina. It's the Hopi prophecy. It says it's just interesting because it's the Hopi mesas and you're seeing the blue light. So it's just like, wait, what? I didn't hear about this. Yeah, it says that the prophecy says, let's see, it's the rebirth. Lots and lots of stuff. The prophecy is specific about how the red star Kachina will destroy civilization on Earth. When the time comes, the sky will turn blood red and horrible creatures will walk the earth, probably humans, in my opinion. Some without souls. And others with no recognizable form. All life on the surface of the planet will have. Okay, well, that's not that positive. What about the. I clicked on the world is coming to an end. Okay, so the Hopi prophecy of the blue star, Kachina, points to the archetypal truth that is contained in every moment and not merely one specific point in time. So the blue wins. The red destroys, the blue wins.
Is that wins as in WINDS?
I don't know. That was just me. I would say, I guess my question is, is the blue light on the Hopi mesas part of the prophecy? That's my question.
Milla's like, and so the multiverse. Okay, and this is going to sound so much like a YouTube psychic answer, no commitment, but that's only part of the story. We only have the one part that was able to be received when the legend was first being transmitted. So no one has anyone who has been able to go back and to get the complete message has not shared it.
Okay.
So I don't, was that a yes or
I
was that a
totally
no?
understand that because you
Okay.
can't. Yeah, humans, they like to distort and change things. So Manui, Papa Nui. So I'm thinking about the mesas. I'm thinking about the blue light. I love that there's I believe you said it was 3 out there in the community, and it makes my feet have that vibration of like that earth beat. Manu, Yatu, Yatu. So it's almost like I wonder if the question is with all of this, like the rock beings, the rock people. I wonder if the blue light coming in helps with the helping them come out of their slumber. I'm curious about that.
Makes sense because we are going to learn about great lies. Blue light is bringing balance, energy exchange. What we're here to balance. Blue is a frequency, and those that resonate exchange with that energy. Best chatters. So, Blue Warrior Kuchina associated with Sky Source of Spiritual Power as shared by Google.
Thank you, Google and Annie Bear.
Yep.
All will be revealed, Leah. Yes. Yep,
all will be revealed. Oh, here you go. Throat chakra.
Yeah. Tanu yamama mama kia mama kia mama. I do feel like the like Terry's language is just like one of the things coming out of Pachamama Earth Mama Uyawa Tutu Tianama. It's as if it's like a gift basket or a picnic basket, they say. It's like we go through the rock separates, like you were saying, Gerald, it separates. And it's like the earth or ancient ones can like breathe the information up.
Well, and I think it goes back to that idea of new languages, is that perhaps there are more people who are going to be able to have the language to speak on the behalf.
Yeah. And you know what I really love about it is like it's when it's like a remembering the languages. It seems like, you know, when mine came through, it's just like, whoa, what is this foreign thing? But it's like, but there's also like this remembering of like, I may not remember everything, but I do remember that it's familiar. And when people hear it, they feel like it is a familiar language. And I think the more that we use the light languages, whether they're symbols, whether it's hand motions, art, channeling words for writing, music, any of that stuff, I feel like it's kind of like it's for us to remember. It's like this beautiful, sweet remembering of like, oh, yeah, rocks used to be. You know, they were a part of our daily lives.
Yes. Something that you know, the idea of how did you describe it? Because they were communicating at the same time. Something about people are getting that language. Part of it is people who have a connection with that language are starting to have it. Not everybody has that connection.
Yeah.
So what are the origins?
Mm.
Where are your origins energetically?
Where are
So
your I like that. I'm gonna write
so
that down. Where are your origins?
so um, and so we've got some great stuff. Annie Bear put in, according to Hopi prophecy, shortly after the blue star Kachina is visible to all in the day of purification is realized, the true white brother will come.
Mm.
Okay. And Millie said, Terry's language reminds me of primordial mother energy.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a question from Leah. Can we ask Tuta if we become telepathic? If
Mm.
we will become telepathic?
Mhm. Tatute, tatute. Anati, mama, yono, yama, mankiwa. They're like, remember the pictures of the like the Egyptians, like Nefertiti and whatnot, with the bigger head. Anutia, the bigger skull. Oka una, kakakayewa. Yani ano, yani ano. They like had their like a different vibration just because of like how this was developed. Onka ntia ko tiania ko shematia. Anui papako tianuka oshewa. It's almost as if they're saying like the skull might need to shift a little bit. No tiama paotia. They're reminding me of like how a bird, um, the bird uses certain parts to make the noise, the song. Anui tiama koyewa ye tita ma koyama a itita. Yeah, can humans do that? Yes. Batiama tiution ko kanutushtita, but papakuyama yetiama kushematia. It was much easier with the elongated skull. Yeah. More space. That's right, like a hollow bone, Annie. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure how that all works. I'm not an anthropologist or an archaeologist, so I'm not sure how that all worked with the elongated skulls.
Hmm. Leah also says, I keep hearing, uh, where are uh, where are we becoming?
Coming. That's good too.
Yeah. And Moira said, interesting. When language is expanded beyond words to art, for example, I finally get it.
Exactly.
Yes.
That is exactly why I love this conversation, because
Mm-hmm.
it's like when you tap into the symbols, it's like you can describe something to me in a way that like sits with me,
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like if I don't know, there's just certain ways that like kind of find this back way in, that's just like completely receive it. Whereas other ways I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Care Bear, Bard of Cards, said, language, yes. Leah, I thought that too. Our voices will ascend to a higher form of communication. And yeah, Annie Bear said they were star people visiting. Not all good
Mm.
at all.
Mhm.
Yes. And Millie shared, according to Britannica, Tiamat in ancient Mesopotamian mythology, the primordial goddess who was the personification of the
So
salt sea and the mother of the gods. So Tiamat is considered the monstrous embodiment of primordial chaos. Some sources identify her with images of the sea serpent or dragon.
mm.
So,
Mm. Something
like,
about that, Millie.
yep. Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Something with that. Hmm.
Yeah. Like the skulls they found in Peru. Yep.
Yeah, we all get to all of our languages say. So some people read that as Anunnaki. In my language, it's Anunnaki. Annie Bear has in her language, she has a different way of saying it, and then Terry's language has a different way of saying it, which is
Hmm.
so it makes sense with languages and how it's all different, but it's just really funny how our
Yeah.
languages, mine correct me. They're like, no, it's Anunnaki.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm,
So interesting.
yeah.
So wow. Uh,
Yeah.
did I? I'm slightly distracted. That's okay. Leah
Hmm.
said, speaking of symbols, I heard we all have our own symbol just for us individually.
I like that thought.
Um, yes, we do. I believe that. I believe that wholeheartedly. And not everyone, I mean, and I believe that only you can see it. It's not for everyone else to see. It's sort of
Mm.
like your secret code. So that's what I think. So yeah, this is the year of the dragons, the year of the wood dragon.
Mm.
So
I love that. I can almost see like them stepping, like the little shapeshifters, like they're trees, and then they're like, "Surprise! I'm a dragon." They're like, "No, wait, I'm a tree. Oh wait, I'm a dragon.
I'm a dragon.
I'm a dragon."
Woohoo! Woohoo!
I was hoping that we could end this today with Tuta, just kind of going into just tying everything we just said into a nice little bow. Are you guys okay with that?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any announcements before? What's going on in your world?
I've got lots of things coming up.
Mm-hmm.
So by all means, subscribe to both of our channels so you can stay informed.
Yeah, same Z's.
Yep.
Monday, tomorrow at 9 Pacific. I do over on my channel Reiki and Journey. So the
Hmm.
Reiki starts 15 minutes before, and then we go right into a journey. So,
Yeah. One thing I
okay.
will say is tomorrow I have at 2 p.m. Eastern, Jeffrey's Voice and I are going to be doing a Tarot the Stash Way, learning tarot Q&A. So if you want to hear from
Wow.
Jeffrey, join us.
You know what? That is a good question. What language does Tuta speak? Do you think that Tuta has their own Akashic records, or is that just a language?
What do you mean?
I
I
don't
missed.
know. Like JJ has like an Akashic record, right?
Yes.
I wonder if Tuta has like an Akashic record,
Well,
or is it the same?
I have not accessed that.
Yeah.
Um, really? Okay. It's complicated.
The status has been updated on Facebook.
But yeah, the status, yeah, it's complicated. Yeah, it is a good question.
Yeah.
And Annie's like, ask, please. We can, that's something, but
No.
I,
I understand because it's more than one person. So that makes perfect
yeah,
sense.
and immediately as I'm looking at it it's a very layered effect.
Mm.
And okay, and here's the thing. I can't really answer that right now because I haven't done my necessary prep for that.
Okay. Okay. No
So,
worries.
but
Thank you.
we can, add that to the list of questions. So we
Yes.
can do that. And
Yeah.
Kevin, the healing medium, is here.
Oh,
Hi,
hi.
Kevin.
Kevin, I'm really curious because you guys were on. I missed a lot of what you guys were saying about so Kevin and Debbie and Jeffrey Peck, they're all going to Sedona in October for a retreat. And uh, so I'm actually going. I am so excited. Sedona is one of my favorite people. Yes, Sedona is my favorite people.
Well, especially with all the rocks that
Yes.
you can't make
Oh, I
that up.
wonder if I'll get some answers. A vortex is a great place to get answers.
Ooh, tell you that. Yes.
Yeah, but during the question, like they were doing like a Q&A with Linda G, there was a bee. So I'm just wondering, did the bee um was it swooshed out of the room? Because Debbie was
Hmm.
um a little uncomfortable with it. I'm just curious if the
Yeah.
bee found its way.
And I have to ask this, Annie Bear, after I was talking about the layers and, a group of grandmothers just raised an eyebrow. I don't think that's a good thing that grandmothers raising their eyebrows.
Nope.
It's something that
Nope.
I'm like, what does that mean? Oh my God.
It's like we went and tugged on their shawl, like grandma, 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 grandma.
But I
Yeah.
said I wasn't available. I wasn't ready to do that.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
yes, I think light languages can speak to our DNA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Okay. I'm just gonna do we got I
yes,
don't know
go for
9 minutes. So, um, just speaking to the rumble, feeling this rumble, kutia, this rumble in the ground, this rumble in our soul. Anui tamashe mau kau kai tau kai tau. Yanui tamau pau ashe mai tau kai. Tianama she tui pamau kai tu she mawai tawa. Tiano tio tiono, tiana titu namako shema tiama kuyawa. Aye tita tanu shemawa. Ye tita mama ye tatu ye ma ye tiama paku ye wa ma shewa. Mako ye. Yanu, get close to the earth, children. Kionu, tiama pakoshewa, ama yewa, ye tita. Tutano tono kushtita yewa. Squat down and feel your feet and put your hands on the ground as well. Yatui, rock with the matu shtita, the inner sound. Kuya, kuiwa, yena, mauka. It's as if we can match our energy, kuta, to that energy in the earth. Yanu, kiatia no kushtita, the energy that says there's no rush. Totonoko, no rush. Tiano kushewa yewa. Anu tiama kukaye. Tahako nakakoye wanoi. Kana kushtitai. Ye tita. They do say, yes, things can be complicated. Tiano and frustrating. Kotita, we could feel impatient sometimes. Yano ita koyama, takiyama kuyewa. Yano, and when this happens, just squat down. Tuna kiawa, shewa. Tune into this earth, the energy of the earth. Katuyawa. And they say the same. If the earth, kutiano shtita, is your thing, perfect. Kuya. If water is your thing, the same, do the same. Konotu, if the tree is, then do that with the tree. Tiano tono shtita, so how do we do it with the sky people? Mawa shemawa, mawa shewa, wa yena. Can we lay? Can we lay in the sky? Kianu ya. Anu tiama papa yewa, kashe na tiama pawa shema yewa. Yanuti, you get to explore and see if you are the sky people. Kona pashtita. You get to figure that out. Nanu, namao, kiamao. The wind is a good way. In the nighttime when you can see the stars is a good way. Those times when the meteorites, the comets, yati tamapo konatiano kiano tiano kiashti tayiwano. And just like Annie does, they say, you go out early in the morning before the sun comes up. Oyano is a great time for the sky people. Onotiano ashtitana yewa. And they tutonoshtita, they bid us goodbye. Onationo for today. Kiani tiano kushewa. And they're always here to be of service. And you can always say when you get frustrated, how may I be of service? Pano tano tiano koma koyewa, yene tianama.
how can you be of service includes putting your hands, crouching down, getting your hands into the dirt, because not only are they waking you up, you are waking them up. It is it you we need that both.
Mm.
It's an important part. We are part of this. We are an
Mhm.
integral part of it. And when we are not stepping up and doing our part, things are go slower than they need to.
Mm. That beautifully said. Mm.
Hmm.
Mm.
Looks and listens. We're both like, Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. I'm happy to report, by the way, that no bee was hurt in the making of the live. They freed Mr. B.
B.
And Hypnicity said, "Don't your Akashic records include your light language family?" Uh,
I don't know. That's kind of like saying, does my, I don't know. I don't know how Akashic records work. Is the family a part of the Akashic records, or is it just individuals? I don't know how that works.
I'm thinking about this Hypnicity. I'm curious about it because um, I here again, maybe it depends upon what access is needed, but that
Mm.
light language is oftentimes um, I've just have actually starting to get well, it's like asking me about Tuta
Mhm.
and their Akashic records. It's like, well, I don't know. And what happened was is there was separate records overlapping and showing me what it looked like
Mhm.
because of that, but they were separate things
Mm.
coming together. It's sort of like our family units are one thing, but
Mm.
we're individuals that make up a family unit.
Yes.
So
These are really great things to talk about with Karen next time too.
yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
and I would love for Terry to join us because she might have the direct connection to the stone people.
hmm
So it's almost like if you've got the Akashic side and she's got the earth side, it would be really neat, especially since it's all about balance, you said, with Ostara, right?
oh yeah, yeah. It's definitely about the balance, and yeah, I've been because I shuffle cards. One of the things that I got is this the Page of Pentacles, which
Mm,
is Pentacles are Earth, and we've been talking about Earth. Pages are youthful. It's new and excitement. It's one of those things that it's like, here we go. We've been talking about that.
mm,
I also got the Lovers card, which is about partnership and melding in, working with something to become more than the individuals could be.
mhm.
So, but yeah, Annie Bear, I think access expands as we do.
Yeah.
So with the records, and yeah, Karen has the Sky people for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Well, this has been fun.
this has been great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is all connected. Yeah, it's on
Mhm.
some level, and choices for partnerships. Absolutely. We are here next week, so I think do that
Th-
thing.
Yeah, this is where all the cool kids are hanging out next week.
Be here. So
Be there or be square.
or
Mm-mm-mm.
watch the playback. Anyhow, thank you everybody for being here. Take care. Bye.
Bye.